Okay, everybody, this is Algebra 2. We're getting ready to do Lesson 7.2, Arithmetic Sequences and Series. If you want Part 2 and Part 3, email me here. 7.2, Analyze Arithmetic Sequences and Series. Classwork sheet is 30 points, and then our note-taking sheet is 12 points here. Teachers, this is your bell work for your kids today. Evaluate the value of n for Mars. So we have a exponential up here. Then 1 astronomical unit is equal to this number here. How far is Mars from the sun in kilometers? That's your B part. Give your students about 5 minutes, 6 minutes to do this. Okay, welcome back, everybody. These are your solutions for A and B here. So you sub in 4 for n up here, and then you get this. So Mars is 1.6 astronomical units from the sun. And then when we do this here, we have this here times 1.6 AU is equal to 239,360,000 kilometers. This is our number here, and AU is, what's an A? 1 astronomical unit is 149.6, so it'll be this here times 1 AU. So we're going to convert this into kilometers, is what it amounts to. Mars is about 239,360,000 kilometers from the sun, using this unit analysis conversion factor here. Okay, so 7.2, analyze arithmetic sequences and series. You've worked with general sequences. You will study arithmetic sequences, so you can a marching band. So an arithmetic sequence, and this is on your classwork sheet, students. The difference of consecutive terms is constant in arithmetic. This constant difference is called the common difference, and it's by D. So for example 1, identify arithmetic sequence, tell whether a sequence is arithmetic. So here's our sequence. Find the differences of the consecutive terms is 5 for A2 and A1, for A3 and A2 is 5, and A4 and A3 is. So this sequence here is arithmetic because the differences are all 5. Okay, in this example here, tell whether a sequence is arithmetic. We have this situation here. We got 2 difference there, A2, A1, A3, A2 is 4, and then A4, A3 is 6, and then A5, A4 is 8. So that sequence are not constant, so the sequence is not arithmetic. So I'll tell whether this sequence here is arithmetic. Same thing down here for you students. Do this one here. And guided practice. So A2, A1 is -3. And then A3, A2 is -3. And then A4, A3 is -3. A5, A4 is -3. Each difference -3. So the sequence is arithmetic. Okay, rule for an arithmetic sequence. We've got the algebra, we got the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. The first term A1 and the common difference D is given by an equals A1 plus n minus 1D. Example. The nth term of arithmetic sequence, first term of 2, and the common difference is 3 is given by a to the n equals 2 plus n minus 1, 3, or a to the n equals -3 plus 3n. That'd be an arithmetic sequence. Write a rule for the nth term here. We got this sequence here. Then find a for the 15th term of it. Sequence is arithmetic. With first term, a to 1 is 4. Common difference is 5. So a rule for the nth term would be a to the n equals a1 plus n minus 1d. Write the general rule. This is the general rule here. So 4 plus n minus 1, 5. Substitute 4 for A1 and 5 for D is our difference. Then negative 1 plus 5n would be our rule for that arithmetic term. The 15th term, a to 15th, would be negative 1 plus 5 times 15 would be 74. That would be the 15th term. Arithmetic sequence. Write a rule for the nth term. Write a rule for the nth term of sequence and find a to 15th. Here is a sequence here. So sequence is arithmetic. First term a to 160, and common difference will be negative 8. So a rule for the nth term would be a to the n, a1 plus n minus 1d. There's a general rule. And then 60 plus n minus 1 times negative 8. Substitute 60 for a. And negative 8 for d. So 68 minus 8n. And the 15th term, a for the 15th would be 68 minus a to the 15th would be negative 52, would be the 15th term of that arithmetic sequence. Now we're going to do a guided practice for that. Students, this is you here, so pay attention up here. We got to write a rule for the nth term of this. You do the same thing down here. You have a 20th, find a to the 20th. We got to find a to the 20th here as well. So here is our sequence here, our difference here. D is 14 minus 17, it'd be negative 3 is our D. So a to the n would be 17 plus n minus 1, negative 3 would be 20 minus 3n. That would be our rule for it. Then a to the 20th, we plug in 20 here, it'd be negative 40. That would be our 20th term, would be negative 40. That is part 1. Part 2 and part 3 are available here. If you need worksheets, you need online tutoring, get a hold of me. Thank you very much.